Hello, Gary Crowley here with DoItYourselfJointPainRelief.com, and this is video 3 of 3 for pain relief for pain in the back of your leg. And basically in video 1 we showed you how to do some great stretches for both hips, because you always also want to do the opposite side of where that pain is, because a lot of times that opposite hip is actually one of the bigger causative factors in that pain down the back of your leg. So we showed you 2 really effective hip stretches, and in video 2 we showed you how to, depending on your body type and the amount of cushion you're sitting on, how to effectively take a ball and basically press on a tender spot at the level you can relax into and make that tissue move under the ball to specifically really focus precisely on all these little tender spots that are still left from the stretching. And as I said, for me, this is a little too soft, and a ball about this size really gets in there nicely, where when I do that, and I'm really pressing just about perfect for my body, and this cushion at the level I can relax into, my brain really responds by getting that tissue to release. And now here in video 3 we're going to show you how to really release, get this hamstring free now that we've freed up basically our hips. And because we were just using the ball, I do want to show you that I've become quite fond of a softball when my hamstring is tight, because it seems to be just kind of perfect. I can adjust my weight both with my hands and how much I lean into this side. But if I get in that upper hamstring area and find a nice tender spot, and then I make that hamstring move and function, my brain and your brain will usually reward you by releasing that tissue, because you're basically telling it, by pressing into that one spot with that ball, you are telling your cerebellum you need to use this tissue, so it will tend to release it for you, even if you've been sitting in front of the computer way too much or driving way too much. But there, that's a good spot for me. Sitting in front of the computer too much, and there it goes. And I just love that. Now you can scoot down to your mid hamstring. I'm not too bad there. There's a little spot though, my kind of outer hamstring. And again, you just make that function, press in one spot, and if you have pain in your, in your back of your right leg, definitely do the right side. You don't, in this case, you don't have to do your left side, but it's always good to keep things balanced, because you might be surprised. Doing this is going to help basically, both of these hamstrings are yanking on your pelvis. So if you got a minute, do the other side, because it's only going to help your body function better. And actually, there's, in some ways, it's funny, the tension, you never quite know where the tension's going to be. So this, I got some work to do on this one later. Okay, so that is the ball release, the softball release of your hamstring. And the last thing I want to show you is a fantastic, wonderful stretch for your hamstring, and basically this whole back side of your body. It's going to get both sides. And so it's basically, so let me, so now I'm going to show you a wonderful hamstring stretch. And so now I'm going to show you a wonderful hamstring stretch to put the finishing touches on relieving. So now I'm going to show you a hamstring stretch that should put the finishing touches on relieving and hopefully preventing this pain in the back of your leg from returning. So here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a wonderful, wonderful hamstring stretch. And if you tend to get sciatica, pain in the back of your leg of any kind, if you did this stretch on a very regular basis, if you just did it every day a few times, did it every other day a few times a week, it would only help, and you could probably pretty much prevent pain in the back of your leg from coming back into your life. I like all the other stretches, but if you only did this one, you know, if I could only pick one stretch for you to do, I would pick this one. So here's what we're going to do. It's very simple. You're going to basically stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and you're going to put the weight in the balls of your feet right here. And first thing you're going to do is you're just going to drop as far as you naturally will go. With your legs straight, you're going to keep your legs straight. You're not going to cheat at all. You're going to keep your legs straight and just drop as far as you kind of naturally go. And then what you want to do is you want to flex these quads as hard as you can, because that will tell your brain to release these hamstrings. So you're going to flex these quads as hard as you can and push into that stretch as hard as you can. As hard as you can, and hold it for, if you can, 5, 10, 15 seconds. And that's actually kind of a long time, 15 seconds, because you will feel this all the way up your butt. All the way from here, all the way up to here, and it's just a fantastic stretch to release everything. And I'm flexing these as hard as I can. If it helps to think about lifting your kneecaps, you can do that. But that is a fantastic stretch. Take a break. And if you did this, even if you're here, if you did this stretch, 3 sets of 3, 5, 6, 7 times a day, in 2 weeks, you'd be planning your hands on the floor. So you can't do this stretch too much. It's fantastic for your whole body. And flex, 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 because that's basically, that flexing of your quads is how you tell your brain to release those hamstrings. And when those are released, and this is released, the pain in the back of your legs should be greatly improved, if not completely eliminated. So now, kind of do a little self-assessment. I want you to think about the techniques in video 1, the 2 stretches, how much they helped your pain in the back of your leg. Then video 2, the ball work we did on your hips, how much they helped the pain in your legs. And then here in video 3, how much the ball, the softball and the hamstring, and how much this stretch has helped the pain in the back of your legs. And then notice what you think maybe needs more work. From each video, what was still kind of tense, could use a little more work. And what really, if you did have one technique that just set you free, just remember that so that you have that in your back pocket if and when you ever need it again. Thank you for your time. Feel free to visit, if you're not on my website, visit doityourselfjointpainrelief.com for joint pain relief for every joint in your body. And I thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing how it goes. Thanks.